use social media and don't live behind a rock, you've probably come across the phrases a jack of all trades or a master of none. But have you actually ever heard the full quote? It goes like this: a jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one. Now let me explain what this means. It is that being versatile is better than being focused on one single thing. So knowing a bit, being a jack, not an ace, but just a jack of a lot of things in this world will get you much further than being a master in a single thing. For example, you probably know someone who's just really boring and annoying to talk to. For example, let's say there's a guy and he only cares about cars. Every single sentence he says is about cars. Does he know to talk about anything else than cars? Does he bring an interesting take on, let's say, the gym or anything else? No. Let's take me as an example. I play volleyball, I do martial arts, I go to the gym, I do calisthenics, I have a motorcycle, etc., etc., etc. Now, I'm not saying I'm perfect, but personally I think I'm way more interesting than somebody who just talks about cars. Now, what actually are the advantages of being versatile? First of all, like I said, you become more interesting. No matter who you talk to, you find something to talk about, you find something you have in common and are able to build a deep connection to that person. Also, you will learn to understand the world better. If you just follow your small niche, don't look left, don't look right, you just don't get anywhere. But broadening your mind and opening up to everything in this world will get you to know the world better. And you will also be able to adapt better to sudden changes or challenges that may face you. Now, if you're thinking, I'm too young or I'm too old to learn new things, you're absolutely wrong. You're horribly wrong. You couldn't be more wrong. Let me tell you why. You can't be too young for anything. Starting earlier is always better. Like, imagine if you started going to the gym 3 years ago instead of just 2 months ago. Imagine the body, the physique, and the discipline you have built by now. And also, it's never too late to start with anything. For example, let's take well-known UFC fighter Yoel Romero. He started his MMA journey very, very late into his life. Like, I think he was past 35 already, but he still became one of the most well-known, the most brutal fighters in his weight division. What I want to say with that is starting now is the most important thing you can do. Time is your most valuable asset. You don't have anything more precious than time. If it's time to spend with people or time to spend on projects or anything else, you can't get time back you wasted. And don't come at me and say, ooh, I have no time. No, you're wrong. Check your phone right now and tell me how much screen time you've had today. How much of this time was actually usefully spent time and not just doom scrolling because you didn't know what to do. Be honest with yourself. You don't have to write a comment. But my point is, you always have time to spend on other things, on more important things. You're always able to take time, as I like to say, for more important things and just put aside the less important things, or just completely cross out bad things in your life. For example, social media. Do you really need Instagram? Do you really need those reels and this little dopamine addiction from doom scrolling all day? No, you don't. You can delete Instagram, you can delete TikTok and just use the time you saved there on other things such as learning new skills. But what about if you're bad at learning new skills? Do you know someone who's just a natural talent? Anything he touches, he masters it in an instant. Immediately, he's better than you, he's better than anybody who's ever done it, probably. Let me tell you, natural talent doesn't really exist. The people that are quick learners just learned how to learn. Now, what does learning to learn mean? What that means is you have to improve your ability to pick up new things, and with time increase the speed and the efficiency you pick up new skills along the way. I'll be posting a video about learning how to learn in the near future, so subscribe so you don't miss out. Now, another thing is that you have to balance long-term goals with quick achievements. If you just pick out 3 goals that you want to achieve by the end of the year, you're probably going to become depressed and just drop the skills completely. So right now, after finishing this video, I want you to Pick 3 skills you want to reach in a year, so by the end of 2026, and 4 goals you want to at least start, or 4 checkpoints in these goals you want to reach within the next, let's say, 2 weeks. What that's going to do is that you're going to stay hooked on your long-term goals, and every 2 weeks when you've achieved the checkpoints, set new checkpoints. That way you're going to near step by step your final goal, and honestly you're going to be there quicker than you'd expect. Now again, what I want you to do after you finish this video is pick 3 long-term goals you've always wanted to achieve. No matter what, it could be juggling, it could be learning how to cook, it could be planking, or building a good physique, a physique you're proud to look at. No matter what, and just pick 3, and over the next 3 days, you're gonna spend 20 minutes a day, so just a total of 1 hour to build towards these goals. I want you to document it as well, so you'll be able to check your progress you're doing. That's a very important thing you can't neglect. You have to document your steps. And now finally, remember, the situation you'll have in a year, it's just a result of the actions you take today. And the easiest action you can take right now is subscribe to my channel, so you'll not miss out on any secrets I share with you on how I was able to get so far ahead of most adults at just the young age of 18 years old.